Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to do my week 1 check-in for my cash envelopes for the month of September. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. Hope y'all are having a super fantastic Saturday. Hope your week has been going well. This week has been just like a doozy for me, and I just don't know. I wasn't feeling well this week, and I know it was my sinuses because our weather has been a little bit cooler than normal, and so my allergies are kind of just like up. It's been raining and stuff like that, and I'm not complaining. That is not 100 and something, but you know, it just took a toll. And so thank y'all so much for understanding that I wasn't going to be able to get a video out on Thursday, because I thought, you know, I'm like, okay, I can record on Monday. I'll feel better on Tuesday. I'll feel better on Wednesday. And it's like, oh, I feel like crap on Wednesday. And then don't even talk about what I did, the boneheaded thing I did Monday. Well, I worked. I didn't know that it was a company observed holiday. I don't remember being off on Labor Day, but I worked the whole day. I was pretty productive, so I'm not upset. You know, I was able to get some things done. But yeah, I worked. And I'm just taking these out because I think you guys prefer for me to have these a certain way. But yeah, I wasn't feeling it good, and I was very, very concerned because Sunday while I was grocery shopping, you know, if you get there a little early at Walmart, only the self-checkout lanes are open, and I went to one that had the belt, and this little kid, which I wasn't paying them any attention. I knew this family was behind me, but the child was messing with my stuff. And I'm not a person who likes that kind of thing. I believe that, you know, don't touch other people's things. And so when I looked at the kid, you know, like, because I see my stuff supposed to be coming towards me, is moving backwards. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I see this kid and their nose is all runny, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm gonna be sick. But yeah, this was my sinuses, and I was very, very thankful that it was just that. But let me get this out of the way. I don't even think I had to do all that, you know. Got my jacket on because I'm a little cool this morning. But I know if I mess with that air, I'm gonna make my son hot. So leave stuff alone. And let me zoom y'all in just a little bit. So hopefully y'all can see this a little better. But so this past Sunday, I went to Kroger for groceries. I spent $12.29. And technically I went to Walmart first, and then I went to Kroger. There was some stuff I had forgotten, or I didn't see it at Walmart, and I didn't feel like circling back and looking a second time. I also spent $124.53 on my groceries at Walmart. Household, I spent $47.60 at Walmart. And personal, I spent $30.13 at KFC on the 8th. So that would have been, was that Thursday? I believe that was Thursday. I spent $37.44. We ate on it Thursday and Friday. So yeah, it was enough. I was just like not feeling good, not trying to cook. And so I'm like, at least I got that, what was it? It was like a 12 piece or something. And I at least would have something left over. So if I still wasn't feeling good on Friday, I could rest and not have to worry about cooking or anything. And that is exactly how it went down. I was not feeling well at all. I'm gonna get those no spin stickers out of my way, and let's get my wallet over here so I can see her. But this has been like, whew, probably the craziest week ever. And so let's see, what's the first thing I want to take care of? Let's look at groceries. 12, not point with my middle finger, 12.29 plus 124.53. And so I spent 136.82. 136.82 in groceries. And dining out, I spent $37.44. Household, I spent $47.60. And personal, I spent $30.13. I didn't record my haul this week. When I came in, I just remember putting everything up, you guys. So I totally forgot. I'm going to try to record for tomorrow, so that way I'll have that up for next week. So that way you can see what I purchased. Now, let's get out the old wallet. Hear my son moving around over there, so I got distracted. Wrong side. All right, so groceries, let's pull groceries out. I started out the month with $600. And so let's see, 600 minus 136.82. I should have 463 or 464. So let's see what I got here. And I know I kept this kind of broken down in sets of 150, so that way you can see that. That's 150. And I'm still congested. That's 300. 400. 20, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63. So I got 463. So woo, 463. And you don't necessarily have to do this. I always track back to what I had at the beginning of the month. I could just said what was left after I budgeted 150, and I spent 136. I typically like to go over, and I always have my money in my wallet, so it helps me to think about what was that monthly number that's coming from my budget sheet, and then I subtract out what I spent, and I track that going down, because I know I'll lowball myself, and then I'll need something. Then I'll be feeling all kinds of ways. So this is week 2's money. Week 3 and 4. I'm gonna put this to the back, to the back, to the back. And that way I'm ready in the morning. I gotta sit down and think about, like, what am I gonna cook for the week. I also gotta clean out the refrigerator today. Lots of things that need to be done. And if y'all live in the Mid-South area, I hope y'all were able to stay safe. Past few weeks have been nuts around here, but I think it's nuts around here all the time. Just certain things have gotten national or international attention, whereas before I don't think anybody was paying attention to it. Dining out. I started off the month with $80. I was only supposed to spend $20 this week. I spent $37.44, so that means that that's drastically going to reduce what I have available for the rest of the month. And so let's see. I went over budget, 80. But yeah, if you run, y'all be careful. $37.44. Run, walk, cycle, $42.56. So I should have $42 or $43. 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42. So I have $42 left there. Yeah, always be careful. My co-workers, when I used to run and I was doing some distance running, they had told me some things to do to stay safe, and to be aware of my, you know, like what's going on with me, what to do if, you know, like people pulling in front of you, because that does happen. But they taught me how to carry, how to keep it concealed, so most people wouldn't know I had something on me. And so when something crazy went down, which it did, several different occasions, and all I did was pull her out. It's just like, this ain't what you looking for. This ain't it. All right, so household. I started off the month with $100 in household. And so I budgeted $60. I actually came in under budget for a household, so woohoo. But yeah, it's scary out there. And it doesn't matter the time of day. I kind of think that people think broad daylight, nobody will do anything. That's not true. Not true at all. $52.40 is what I have left. And I run with my co-workers. I run by myself. And I remember things happening during the day. I used to get up super early. One, it was to avoid the heat and traffic. And well, the traffic was number 2. And it reduced the number of people I had to run past. And because you never knew what would happen, what people would do. So I should have $52 or $53. Let me focus. 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 52. I just feel really bad for those children that's gonna not have a mom, husband without a wife, father without a daughter. You know, it's just crazy. That makes me very sad. So my prayers are going out to them and to the people who were affected by the person who just it's tiring, very tiring some days. And it's really why I want to find a house not in Shelby County, like just a smaller county somewhere else. just something different. All right, personal, I budgeted $50. I actually spent $30.13, so I actually came in under budget for my personal. Ooh, actually, yeah, I only went over on dining out. But let's see what I got left. And I apologize for sniffing, y'all, but I am so congested. All right, so I either have $69 or $70. 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. So I got 70 there, so woohoo, money. $70 here. And let's set up the budget for the next week. So groceries is always going to be $150. Dining out, I am going to work, but I'm gonna try, shoot, sorry y'all, my finger hurt. I'm gonna try $20. I'm going to work, but I could bring my lunch. Household, I do need to pick up some more of that ant stuff that I have outside. I have these little ant bait things, and that has worked to help keep them out of the house. I think one pack of those was about 30 bucks, I think. But I'm gonna see if I can find those. Hopefully Lowe's is open. Personal, I'm going to just budget $25 here. Right now I can't think of anything that I need, but yeah, I do need to put those baits back around the house. I had 2 left over from last time, and my son put those out. And so I think we had our very first ant sometime this week that he saw, and he unfortunately had to, you know, get rid of it before it puts a signal out to all its homeboys and homegirls. I just made like the biggest mess, y'all. Come back and do my nose spins. All my little calculations when I was in debt is back there. And I have to tell you guys about when I called a student loan, Fed loan service and provider or whatever. And you guys, all they wanted to talk to me about was whether I wanted a refund or not. And like the questions I had, she did not answer them. I did find something, either Tuesday or Wednesday, an article that NerdWallet had put out, and it kind of addressed what I was talking about, my 3 questions, because you guys know that I did undergrad and graduate, and I got student loans in some form all the way throughout. So I got Pell Grants in undergrad, and of course in grad school I didn't. And so my question was, is it based on when you got the Pell Grant, or if ever you got a Pell Grant, you know, like what's up? And if they were doing refunds, were they just refunding $10,000, $20,000, whatever? But the way this young lady was telling me, and she had put me on hold for like a minute or 2, and I guess she was asking somebody, I guess, I don't know for sure. But when she came back, she was saying every payment that I made from March 18th to November 1st was eligible to be refunded. And I'm like, but if I don't want all of that back, how does it, like, how does it work? And she really couldn't explain it, or she didn't explain it. And I'm trying to pick my words because I don't want to be too harsh on the person, but it was just kind of like, you can get a refund. And the only thing she just kept saying over and over again was, oh, all these payments, they qualify, all these payments, they qualify. But I'm like, why would I want 66 or 68, I think it's about $68,000 coming back to me? Why would I want that kind of refund? Because technically it's not a refund, I still owe it. And at least that's the way I look at it. It's not a refund. If out of that 68 the government would forgive 20, like, I don't know, it just kind of feels weird. And that looks crooked. It just feels weird. It didn't feel like anything I wanted to talk. It just didn't sit right with me, and she wasn't very forthcoming. It was just more or less, you can get this money back, this qualifies. But that wasn't what I was asking. And I think that's probably why I feel uneasy about making any decisions about that right now, is because she didn't answer the questions that I had. So, and I thought my questions were pretty clear. Hers was only about talking about the refund and refunding every payment that fell in that time period. And for me, it's like, why would I want all of that? Why not what the amount of refund would be? I'm going to go ahead and claim Saturday as a new spend day. I was about to say a new spend day. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, and I saw the stuff from Nerd Wallet, and I'm glad I did not let myself be talked into it. And I just told her I wasn't ready to make that kind of decision, because I was really just trying to first understand, did I qualify or not qualify, because I had paid all my student loans off. And the most off-putting part of that conversation that I think that she probably underestimated was, I'm going from no debt back into $68,000 in debt, just like that, by making that kind of decision. And when they do refund those payments, which will probably be, I think October was what she said, it's a lot for me to sit here and say, okay, I'm gonna take back $68,000. I've never had $68,000 sitting in my account. Am I gonna act right? Like, I got all these questions and all these emotions, and so I'm like, I'm not gonna commit to anything right now. And I just told her I'll call them back once I can get more information about who qualifies, who don't qualify, and I want to see it in writing. I also signed up on the Department of Education site, so if anything changed, I would get an email so I can go out there and reread it, and that way I can make sure I understand, like, from the government's perspective, which end is up, and all my questions are answered. Talking to Fed Loan is like what I always get when I talk to Fed Loan: confused. More confused. So it was not the best conversation, and hopefully you guys can understand that predicament that I'm in. And I don't know if it's ego that, like, almost had a panic attack, just like, okay, I'm gonna go from 0 to 68,000 just like that. And then it was like, oh, I'll have this money in my account. And then I'm like, a refund to me means I don't give it back to anybody, but I still owe. And so I'm like, I don't know. So I just like, I'm not going to make a decision. I'm going to hold off on it and get more information. I saw an article by Nerd Wallet, and I'll make sure I put it in the description box below. But they seem to address the questions I had. Because my thing was, okay, there's a difference in me saying, okay, this loan plus this loan would give me the max of $20,000 back. I take that, put it in a money market account, hold it, see if the federal government is going to forgive it. If it does or if it doesn't, I can decide. Does that stay as part of the emergency fund, or does that go to pay that debt because for some reason I did not qualify? Income wise, I don't make $125,000 a year. So I know that, and I did get Pell Grants back then. So I'm just trying to make sure I make the best decision for myself and not be impulsive. Taking back $68,000, yes, I would have the money. I still can put it in that same money market account. I have never paid bills through the credit union, but they would be the ones I would have to work with to pay the student loans back from over there. They have the highest interest rates on their money market accounts. But you know, like, that's a lot of responsibility for me to take on. It kind of sounds like I've never had any money, but I've never had that much just sitting in my account. You know, over time you earn it, but it goes out. It comes in, it flows back out. It's never just sat somewhere. So I'm just looking for additional information, making sure I dot my I's and cross my T's, and that I make sure I have a plan. So whenever it is refunded to me, get that over to the credit union, open up the money market account, see if there's a time limit that I have to let it sit there before I can withdraw from it. You know, like, get everything done properly. I just did not want to take, you know, agree to $68,000 coming back, because I think it's $68,500. So that was a lot. And you know, like, I never paid attention to how much I paid off in 2020 and 2021 between the 2 years after the 0% interest kicked in. But it's like, yeah, I don't need all that. But let me stop just chit-chatting and talking, bumping my gums. But I did want to give y'all that update. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Y'all try to stay cool. Unless you're in Australia, I think it's wintertime there. I'm not sure. But y'all try to stay safe, stay cool, and I will talk to you guys again on Sunday. We're gonna be looking at my October printable, and so y'all have a great one. Bye.